Hello guys, I'm Moid Ahmad, an English teacher and a trainer. Guys, welcome again to a new video. Guys, surely it is going to be an interesting video for you, because in this video I'm going to share a very interesting story, a very interesting short story with you, a real story that is about one of my students when he came to me first. Guys, this video is definitely going to encourage you to communicate with anybody in English if you know a little English. You can write, you can read, but due to some reason you cannot communicate with anybody in English, but you think that you cannot do this because you have some problem in your language. So your all focus is on the language and you are bent upon learning and improving your language. So guys, now I start the story. Guys, I was in my room where I teach my students. Then I saw somebody was sitting in the very corner. Maybe he was waiting for me, but I saw that he was very nervous. Though I was noticing everything, I was noticing his nervousness, but I could not meet him, I could not attend him for some time because I was busy with some other students. But as soon as I got a chance, I called him nearer. He came, but he took more than 15 seconds of time. Notice, please notice, he took more than 15 seconds to reach to me. He was walking like a sick man. I offered him a seat, but did not ask any question so that he could control himself. But after a few seconds, when I saw him a little bit relaxed, a little bit comfortable, I broke the ice. Yes, gentleman, what can I do for you? Believe me, I was of course speaking in Hindi, but he was looking toward my face like I was speaking any other language, any foreign language, like German, Spanish, or any other language he could not understand. He opened his mouth. Maybe he wanted to say something, but then he stopped. I encouraged him. Yes, speak out. No problem. You say whatever you want to say. Then in a very weak voice he said, "Sir, I want to speak English." I said, "No problem, everybody is here to speak English and everybody is speaking English here. You can see." But sir, as if it seemed that he was trying to control his tears. Then I stopped. I was silent for some time and waiting for his words. And then for a few seconds, again in a weak voice, he said, "Sir, I want to know that is it possible for me?" And now once again, I was silent for some time. I could not speak actually. even a sentence, because it was really a difficult question for me, because so far I could know nothing about him. So how could I reply anything about his question, related to his question? So I decided, I opted, instead of giving an answer to his question, I should make a question itself. Please, gentlemen, can you tell me, can you give me at least one concrete reason why you think that it is difficult for you, it is impossible for you? I mean, English speaking is impossible for you. Guys, believe me, after asking this question, he was feeling more pressurized. Now I will have to tell everything about me. So he started very difficultly, "Sir, my name is Raj," though it is a fake name, and I have just completed my graduation. I know a little English. I can read, I can write, and I can understand too for some extent. But sir, I cannot communicate with anybody in English. And hearing the word English, I stopped him. I said, "You mean to say that you cannot communicate with anybody in English?" But I have been observing for a few minutes that you cannot communicate in your own language, in Hindi. So if you think that your problem is English, your problem is language, I think you are not right. Your actual problem is your nature. You are a hesitating person, you are a shy person, and your first need is not to focus on the language, but your first need is to focus to do something other. Like you need to make more and more friends, like you need to be a little bit social, so that you can communicate with them more and more, not in English, in Hindi. And when after a long time, when you feel that now I can do this, now I can communicate with anybody, not only with my friends, not only at my home, now I can communicate with anybody, anywhere, in Hindi. So, and then you need to focus on English. Now you can start focusing a communication in English.